So it's back in the big leagues. I just got home from a couple days out of town, and I had an awesome care package waiting for me from Todd, Team Mutter. He sent out some uh, Bootjalokia caramels, some Bootjalokia jerky, uh, his The Blaze sauce, his Scorch steak sauce, this pretty sick. What he said that he ordered some Douglah seeds from Neil, and this is what popped out. It's not a Douglah, but it's pretty crazy. It's really thick and blocky. He said it's got great, not the bitter nasty Douglah taste. It's got more of the clean taste, and it's got a pretty good kick to it. And then the main event, the 7-pot brown. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little freaked out. Todd's a beast. He's eaten the hottest of the hot, and he was hurting for this one. So Todd also eats like, I don't know, a pepper a night. So if it's gonna kill him that way, it's probably gonna hit me pretty hard. So, anyways, without spending another hour on it, let me cut this piece open, see what's inside, pull some seeds out, because it's like one of the ones that I didn't, decided not to grow, or they pretty much came out after the fact. And, oh, it does look nasty on the inside there. It's the other side. Yeah, it's just like dripping with oil. I'm almost shaking. Let me pull some seeds out of this thing. I don't have any gloves because I haven't prepared for the eating portion of the season yet, so interesting enough. Maybe I should have grabbed some. Alright, one more out. It's got a decent seed count. I'd say normal for some of the 7s. A little bit lower. I think there's about 15 seeds in this thing altogether. And I know Todd eats like, massive, huge whole pod at once. I'm not Todd. So, anyways, I'm excited. Let me grab this thing and go for it. That's pretty freaking hot. Anyways, let me stop there. It's been a while. I haven't done this in a while, so. Clean taste, really hot, back of the throat, coal. Oh wow, that's really, holy shit balls. That is hot. Oh, it hits the back of the throat. It's got the inside of my mouth. It doesn't have the nasty Douglah taste. It feels like I'm breathing fire. It's definitely in the throat. This is probably the most hot coal throat burn I've ever had. And I only ate half this beast. Alright, it's building. I can feel like I got goosebumps. See that? My leg. Nice and warm. Nice and warm. About a minute 20 in, and it's just getting hotter and hotter and hotter. I can feel it on my stomach a little bit. It's gonna be a bad one. It's bad because like every breath reinvigorates how hot it is. I'm getting the tinglies. Eyes starting to water. I feel my nose kind of letting go. My hands are starting to seize up a little bit. Thanks, sweetie. It's hot. Really hot. The flavor is good. A little bit of earthiness. No battery acid or bitter. This bad boy's hot. Okay, now my hands. If you watch my Butch T video, 5:30. All right, all right there, my Butch T video. My hands and my face started seizing up a little bit. They kind of went numb. My hands are now doing that much more than they were. About 2.5 minutes in, 3 minutes in, and it's very, very hot. Wow. And I have all this stuff I plan on talking about because I know a lot of you guys watch these videos and people just suffer for 5-10 minutes. But I wanted to post some questions and have some open dialogue. It's not working out too well for me right now. It's bad. Judging on this, eating half of it compared to the whole thing, I can't even. It's like hitting the stomach, all in the mouth. I'd say it's up there on the top, the hottest I've ever eaten. Just because my face hasn't numbed up. Thanks. There's the Tums. The Tums. Just because my face hasn't numbed up, I wouldn't say that it's as hot as my Butch Tea, but it's. I've had Todd's Moruga, and it's just as hot. And I got 2 plants outside with probably a dozen or 2 dozen green Morugas, so I'm really looking forward to see how they compare. All right, I think it's peaked. About 5 minutes. It's bad, not gonna lie. But I would say that it's got that quintessential 7-pot burn on the back of the throat, the coal. Sorry. Like I feel jittery. You can just tell that the endorphins are about to just start kicking in because the heat's dying down like that. I still got my tongue, but I can compose myself. There it goes, like just a rush of function back into my body. So just I can definitely see where Todd was saying it is probably it's close. It's a close second, just because of my face. The Butch Tea had more of a physical issues or drawbacks, but this one had more of a pronounced heat. I'm like my legs are tingling and shaking a bit. In hindsight, if I would have eaten the whole thing, I think it would have really kicked me in the ball sack. But that's not what I do. I'm hoping maybe to get lucky later. And if I have my stomach pain all night, there's no way it's going to happen at all. So half a pepper it is in the quest for a good rest of the evening. Anyways, let's talk about the pepper for a minute. It's a 7-pot brown, okay? There's debate. It's open debate right now whether or not the 7-pot brown is in fact a Douglah. There is a 7-pot chocolate out there, and there's some that will say that they're not. Some that will say that yes, they are. God, my freaking tongue is on fire now. I can say that it has the heat level that is. A Douglah is a stupidly hot chili pepper. But in my experience, the Douglah's had a disgusting taste. Battery acid in my mouth. This one's got the heat, doesn't have that nasty taste. But that's not to say that it's not the same. And my Douglah grown in my garden is going to be different than your Douglah grown in your garden. And Todd's Douglah grown in his garden. I have Douglahs on my plant or outside from Neil, the HBC company. I got 2 that before I left last week that were green. Like my legs are still shaking. So I'm definitely looking forward to compare that to this. It's bad still. Anyways, based on what I've seen, I would say that this is a different chili pepper. It looks a lot like a Douglah, but if the Douglahs that I pull off my plant, now it's hitting the stomach, end up being like this, then the debate continues. A lot of this happens because people grow something and it looks different, so they name it something different, and it's really not a new chili pepper. It may just be a second-year variation or a cross, and it's not stable yet. And then that person gives seeds to somebody else, and then they grow them out. And they name it something different, just as easy as a 7-pot brown or a 7-pot chocolate. A Bujalokia brown, a Bujalokia chocolate. I mean, what's really the difference there? I mean, are they different chili peppers, or were they all Bujalokia chocolates, and then one person just thought his looked more brown than chocolate when they're both supposed to be brown? Whatever. That's kind of my ploy for or push for you guys to, hey, if you got something new, let it develop over years. It's going to take a number of seasons for a cross to take, somewhere between 5 and 8. But try to keep your naming as close to your chili pepper as possible, so we can track these things as they continue to go on. So, anyways, I'll get off my soapbox for a minute. I'm gonna do a scorch review. This is a 7-pot brown sauce. Not right this minute. I'm gonna go lay on the couch and eat my Sonic Butterfinger Blast to settle my stomach. But I'm gonna do a scorch review. I'm looking forward to that. So stay tuned for that. Todd, thank you as always. You're the man. Care package is awesome, so I really appreciate it. If you guys are looking for some awesome chili peppers to grow in your garden, this is definitely one you want to add to your list. Great flavor, amazingly hot, and it's just an overall nasty looking chili pepper. So thanks, appreciate it. Y'all have a good one. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them. Feel free to send me a message if you have anything else. All right, take it easy.